Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Yinzer Brothers podcast. I'm TJ. I'm here with my brother Tim. And once again, you are in the presence of the Yinzer Bros. Today, we're here with a Steelers wrap-up, the Steelers and Packers wrap-up. The Steelers, they lost to the Packers this week. We'll talk about that. And then we'll be also talking about the Steelers-Broncos preview. Tim, how was your week after the loss?
TJ, I went from like denial phase back to sadness phase, back to denial phase. I haven't got out of denial phase yet. Things aren't good. And I refuse to show my face until I see progress in this team.
You may be hiding your face for a while, buddy. I don't know.
Can you hear me? Do I sound okay? I sound muffled?
You sound great. You sound as good as you always do. You sound phenomenal.
Because I'm assuming this thing is full of corona because I haven't washed it since last winter.
It'll be great. So we have a lot to break down today at the Yinzer Bros. First, let's talk about the Steelers' loss to the Packers. The Steelers lost to the mighty Cheeseheads 27-17. Again, the Steelers just look bad. Now let's just be real. Aaron Rodgers is a freak of nature. Hey, what did you think about the Aaron Rodgers Mike Tomlin exchange there? Huh?
It was the best part of the game.
Now, did you hear today he was on Pat McAfee and he was like, no, there's nothing going on there, but we know there was something going on, don't we, Tim?
TJ, he's coming. He has a romance with Mr. Tomlin. It's coming. I saw that twinkle in his eye.
I love it. I think it'd be great. The
TJ, Steelers. I would give up everything if Aaron Rodgers came to Pittsburgh. Everything.
So how many more years do you think Aaron's got left?
Don't care. Everything. I think he's got like 5 years.
He might at least 3. I think I'll give him 3, at least 3.
TJ, they can wheel him out in a wheelchair right now and be playing better than Ben.
You're right. Ben doesn't look good. Let's talk about the Packer game. What are some of your takeaways from the Packer game?
I'm sick of what is my takeaways from the Packer game?
Yes.
I mean, are we going to have a fourth down play over the passing line of scrimmage? Or, when's it going to happen?
They're bad. So now there's a little controversy there with Canada and Ben. Because,
that
Canada,
guy sucks too, TJ. I said before the season, when they made him the offensive coordinator, I said, why? Why? He stinks.
Well, he's saying there were guys open. And when you look at the tape, he's right.
I agree, but he still sucks. He still stinks.
His claim to fame, he had that one good year with Pitt, right?
Exactly. You get fired from NC State. You get fired from LSU. All of a sudden, TJ, the definition of insanity is what? Beating your head against the wall. Why would you hire the same dude that was on the staff as the quarterback's coach to be your offensive coordinator? Why?
I don't know. So what did you think of Ben's performance on Sunday?
He sucked too, TJ.
He did. So these are his stats. He was 26 for 40, 232 yards, 1 TD, 1 pick.
TJ, he looks like an oak tree back there. Just, he looks like, from the, what's the movie with the dorky kids watch with the ring? What's that, Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
He looks like the big tree people. Like, oh, that's what he looks like back there. Actually, the tree, you know what I'm giving the tree people, I'm talking bad about them. They have more mobility than Ben.
They do. Ben doesn't look very good. Did you see those open passes he's missing to Juju too? That's just ridiculous.
TJ, and now he's saying his hip's hurting. Seriously, TJ. If it's not another excuse, it's whatever, dude.
Hey, at some point, hopefully you get enough injuries that you put him on the bench. But
no,
if he goes on the bench, you know who's coming out, right?
TJ, they would have his head would actually have to come physically off of his body, or he maybe even hold his head underneath his arm and still be throwing the ball. That's the only way he may come out of the game.
So, what did you think of Najee?
He's good. He's good at football, but I feel bad. He just gets hit if I was him, you know what? I would start contract negotiations now. New contract negotiations.
So these were his stats. He actually was a bright spot. He had 15 carries, 62 yards, 4.1 yards a carry, which is like
He played well.
like, he did. He
TJ,
ran hard.
the line didn't play that bad.
Yeah, they look pretty good actually. The line looked good. No,
Paddle hands caught ball.
I know, it was amazing.
Ben was bad. He lost in that game was the defense wasn't good either. People were running on them like crazy again, which gets me bananally nervous. But Ben doesn't look good, dude. Doesn't look good.
Boy, I'll tell you what, losing Alu is a big deal.
Yeah, dude. I mean, what is going on with Tuitt?
I don't know. The way they're talking to, I don't even know if we're going to see him again.
I don't think so either. And it makes me sad.
It does. It makes me sad too. I don't know. Well, we lost. We're 1-3 in the division. Is it time to hit the panic button yet?
No, because you know what's going to happen? All this crap I'm talking about, they're going to beat Denver because Denver stinks. They won 3 games. They won 3 games against a combined, 2 wins compared to all 3 teams, and then got their faces smashed in by Baltimore. They stink. And we'll somehow beat Seattle, and we'll be 3-3 going into the stinking bye, and I'll be going, they're dangerous. They're dangerous. They're dangerous.
You know what's funny? I made this connection today. This is kind of like my golf game. It's like I'm not very good, but every once in a while I get that shot just enough to get my hopes up again. I think that the Steelers kind of do this. They just get your hopes up again. But let me throw this nugget out to you. When you look at the Bills, and again, the Bills, boy, they're looking pretty absolutely ridiculous right now, right? But you look at their losses.
I don't know. I don't know how they beat TJ. I don't understand how they beat them.
But look at the 3 losses they have. They lost to Cincy, right? What's Cincy's record?
3-1. But they stink.
They lost to the Raiders. What's their record?
3-1, but they stink.
Okay, and then they lost to the Packers. What's their record?
Packers are good. Packers are very good.
What's their record?
3-1. They're 3-1. They're very good.
So I mean, and we're not talking about necessarily. I mean, these could turn out to be decent teams that they lost to.
And I agree with you, TJ. But guess what? You look past these next 2 games, which you have. I don't think Denver's that good. Seattle, I think, is pretty good. You look at the schedule the rest of the year. It doesn't get any easier, man. They got guys it's stacked. It's scary.
I get it. That's just what happens. So again, we're looking at the Broncos this year. The Broncos are 3-1. You are right. Their 3 wins came from the Giants, the Jets, and the Jags.
I mean, come on now.
And they did lose to the Ravens, but I got to say this: their defense was pretty stout against the Ravens.
Their defense is good, but their offense it's do.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. Now, here's something that could be good for us too. I mean, Bridgewater.
Before we go to the Denver game, I got to say one last thing about that Packer game.
Go ahead.
It would have been interesting to see how that game would have turned out if field goal. The field, TJ, that was one of the worst calls I've ever seen in my life. That was the closest I ever came. Well, you know what? Forget about it. Because the whole national audience thing where I had to watch the Jets and the Titans for the whole first quarter. Like, I have the package. I have the DirecTV package. I had to watch the Steeler game in a
I know
4x4 box on the top corner of my thing. But to see that whole entire field goal, I mean, come on. That was a 10-point swing?
It was. And what's interesting is this. So on that thing too, I mean, clearly he was not offsides. Clearly.
I don't get it, dude. I don't get that.
I think that play, and I think that the Mika dropped interception. I mean, it was like me and you out there. I think those 2 plays, and it could be a completely different game.
Mika's on my poop list right now, but good. Let's go back to Denver.
Well, let's just be real though too. I mean, golly, if Ben hits half of those balls to Juju, just half.
I know.
He missed him like wide open.
I thought one was catchable. I thought the first one was catchable. Second one, no. But I thought the first one was possibly catchable. But it's depressing. It is. I agree with you.
So as a QB, though, I mean, what he doesn't have now, part of it's accuracy. Part of it, though, is there's no air under that ball. He's not dropping the balls in. He's just throwing them on the line.
TJ, I think he's petrified of getting hit, so he's letting the ball go early.
I think you're right. But there's still –
I know I'm right.
Yeah, he has to get that touchback. He does. I mean, when he came in, it was crazy. So again, let's take a look at the Broncos. Now, here's the thing: we don't know who the QB is going to be. There's a vast difference between Bridgewater and what's the other guy's name?
Drew Lock.
Yeah,
I don't think there is, TJ. I think Teddy Bridgewater stinks too.
Hey, he's played pretty good so far in the first 3 games. You know,
TJ again. Jets, Giants, Jags.
That's true.
TJ,
but I mean,
I may be able to construct a little.
So who would you rather face, Locke or Bridgewater?
I hate to say it. I'd almost rather. I don't know. They both stink.
Locke is terrible.
But he's a little bit more mobile than Teddy one-leg Bridgewater.
He is, but he's awful. You know, decisions are just awful. So we don't know. And you know what? One of their 2 bell cows, Gordon is he may be out. He isn't practicing.
He better not be out. He's on my fantasy team. I'm expecting big things out of him.
You better shift him. Now they get that 1-2 punch is pretty good, but he's pretty banged up. I don't know. I think this could be a game that the Steelers could right the ship with. What do you think, Tim?
I think possibly they could.
So what do you think the offense has to do to win?
What do I think the offense has to do to win? I don't know. Put up more than like a 3-play drive, like consistently, get past the 50-yard line.
Do you think they're going to be able to run on Denver's defense?
TJ, I'll know within the first 2 minutes of the game if they can or not.
So who's the offensive person do you think has to show up in order for them to win?
Alex Ben Roethlisberger for 1,000.
He has to be better. He just has to be better.
Ben Roethlisberger for 1,000, Alex.
He has to be better. So what do you think the Steelers defense has to do to win?
Stop the run for 1,000, Alex. Stop the run.
Well, I'll tell you what, Alu, that's a big miss. Have you heard anything about Tua at all? Is there any chance he's coming back?
I heard today or yesterday that one of the players said, I saw him coming in and working out, like in the weight room. I want to be like, that dude's making like $10 million to just park in the weight room and just get a quick workout and then leave. I don't know what the hell's going on, TJ.
I know. It's just crazy to me. I don't know.
Devin Bush getting just swallowed up.
He is. Well, I mean, if you can't keep your linebackers clean, what do you expect? That you need those big guys to keep those guys off. If I got
to see that dude Bordeaux with his hair in the game, bugs, they stink. Bordeaux stinks. They're just.
Yeah, Loudermilk's not doing that great either.
TJ, who kind of said that one early in the year?
That's you.
I think it was immediately after draft. I said Loudermilk, Louderface, get out of here.
So who do you think, is there anybody they can pick up to kind of fill that void?
Have we been doing the same podcast for, I don't know, 2 years now when I keep saying Geno Atkins? When's
the last time he's been in the league? When's the last time he's done anything?
Don't care. I don't know. Besides him, I have no idea. Go pick up Casey Hampton. I'm sure he could sit there and take up blocks.
Good old Casey. I don't even know if he really wore a helmet. I think they just painted his head black and gold, and they just tattooed the thing on his head.
He's a huge bowling ball.
He was, but he kept the linebackers clean. You got to keep the linebackers clean.
He did.
You do. All right. Well,
the most depressing thing out of anything, dude, is truthfully that I've seen this season, or I got more depressed out of anything that I've seen so far, knowing that Jordan Berry has a better punting average than Percy Harvin. It destroyed me. It took every last ounce of everything that I've had in my soul for this whole season and just ripped it out and pooped on it.
You know what though? But it won't last because Jordan is the ultimate double agent. Barry's the double agent. When you need him the most, that's when he shows up weak.
Then that means he'd be flourishing here in Pittsburgh because we stink and there's nothing meaningful.
That's true. Well, we'll put a bow on the Broncos here in a second, but before that, let's open up the Yinzer mailbag. What is the Yinzer mailbag? It's when you, the fan, get to ask us, the Yinzer Bros, anything. Where did you get that?
Did it work? Awesome. Did it work? Did it work?
Who are you trying to snap out of existence?
everything this whole year. Did it work?
Tim has got a Thanos gauntlet, and he's trying to snap the Steeler competition out of existence.
Did it work? Did we start from fresh? Is it?
No, I don't think it worked, Tim. But keep trying. Keep trying. Dang it.
Okay.
Well, so for those of you that don't know what the Yinzer mailbag is, anytime you can ask us any question you want. Tim, open up the Yinzer mailbag. Let's see what's inside that sucker tonight.
Yinzer mailbag. Hey, man. I got something. I have a text question, and I went to the Yinzer. It was a text that I got from one of the 3 listeners that we have.
Okay, hey, that's fine.
The text was, let me see for sure here. It was, will Ben play any better with the injured hip?
Now, Ben does have this, I think Ben does love to come in and be the hero. He likes to be hurt. He likes to come in and play hurt. If it was a boot, I'd say yes. A hip?
TJ, my exact response was, unless he got a full hip replacement on Tuesday, no.
I think you're right. He just looks bad. He looks like he's just.
When your own
bad.
coach says, did you listen to Tomlin in his press conference? He goes, yeah, we understand Ben can't move. Like he can't. Hello.
Yeah, it's bad.
I mean, my God.
Bad.
He looks like a bag of milk back behind there, just juggling around.
He looks bad. He does. I don't know. What else do you have in the mailbag?
Are the Broncos as good as their record?
No.
No,
they're not.
I mean, look at the teams they beat. The Giants, like you got their coach who's from the Belichick tree that's probably going to be getting fired because he's like making his like players run laps if they lose. He's an idiot in the NFL. You got the Jets. They're the Jets. And you got the Jaguars coach who's, I mean, do we even want to go down that area?
Did you hear what he did?
I saw the video.
Did you see the video? Oh, he's a loser. Gosh,
I mean, good golly, dude. I mean, ugh. No, they're not good. If we lose to this team at home, we are in deep to do.
That's true.
How would I grade Najee Harris' performance in the Packer game? I mean, I thought he's good. Like I said, I feel bad. He's getting just pummeled. What's your thoughts?
You know what I liked about him? I thought he looked like he's starting to figure out what the NFL is. Mm-hmm. And he's running aggressive. I'll tell you what, you talk about a guy that moves the pile. I don't know the last time I've seen a guy that's built like him that moves the pile the way that he does. I mean, you expect that from Bettis. But man, he gets in there. I'll tell you what, did you see some of the Henry highlights this week? That man is a human Humvee. I don't know how else to describe him. He is ridiculous.
My question is this: did you hear like the subtle shot, Ben? I took it as a subtle shot towards Najee after the Packer game.
What did he say?
It's just something to the likes of like. They asked him how he thinks Najee's like he's doing great, but I told him he's got to run a little bit more angrier. I'm going. What? I'm like, shut up. Just shut your face.
Oh, man. I think Najee, he looked good. I think he's going to get better as the season goes on. In fact, here's my prediction for Najee. My prediction for Najee is I believe that he'll actually crack 1,000 yards this year.
TJ, he's leading all rookies with pure yardage from scrimmage this year so far.
Well, because he's the only one. I mean, at least other people are touching the ball. We have him and our mighty backup, Benny Snell.
Oh, dude. He was on the field for 2 plays. I'm going, what the hell is this dude doing on the field?
I know, he's bad.
When he shows up, like when you see him on the screen, that would be like me being in pass, like, who is this? That's what it looks like. Who's this dude?
Now, I heard McFarland. I think he's getting ready to come back, isn't he?
Oh, great. I like to watch back, chicka, back and forth and just fall down.
Did you hear who else who's coming? I think playing this week. I think it's Banner.
Oh, great. We'll see how that works out.
I give him 2.5 quarters before he's hurt again.
I don't think the guy they had in for Chooks was any bad. I thought he was pretty good.
Yeah, he was. He was decent.
He's better than Chooks. I mean, Chooks was like he's on roller skates 24/7.
He does. He looks bad.
So we'll see. I guess he wants to play, and he like I said, TJ, they gave him all this money. The dude got cut from like the Browns when they were 0-16. Like, Did they seen something that nobody else saw?
I
mean, for God's sake. It's working. If he doesn't improve, is there any chance Ben gets replaced this year? TJ? Again, I thought maybe last week I'd say yes. Now the more I think about it, TJ, he is the captain of this ship. And this ship is going down to the ocean. Guess what? Ben's going to be the one he's going to be the one playing the music as the ship goes down. He would have to be decapitated for them to take him out of the game.
He would, or he'd have to have some kind of crazy injury. Because I think he could throw five interceptions. They still have him out there.
TJ, he can murder a human being on the 50-yard line. They're not going to take him out of the game.
I think you're right. Injuries, and there's no way he's going to make it through the whole year. There's no way. We're going into week 5.
I mean, I don't know unless they pump him up full of just what's the Toradol? Like he can't even he can move the rest of his body but can't talk. He's like, I don't know, dude. He was just getting shot with so much Toradol, he puffs up like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And he's just, I can't feel the people are bouncing off him.
He's bad.
It'd be pretty awesome to see, actually.
Yeah.
What is the answer to improving the Steelers' pass rush? I don't think their pass rush is that bad. I thought Watt looked hurt to me last game.
Yeah, he wasn't 100%. You could tell.
And I think Highsmith looked hurt too.
Yeah. Thank God for Ingram. Boy, you talk about a good pickup. Holy cow.
But here's the thing, though. When Ingram has to play a full game, when he played the full game,
he can't.
Not that great. When he got to go in a third of the game, you're like, yeah, that dude, the Terminator's there for a third of the game. Those dreads are flopping, and you're like, he's going to rip somebody's head off and kill them.
Yeah. I still think, they're missing Alu a lot. They need somebody that can at least stabilize that side.
You ain't kidding. And I think what's going to happen, you ain't kidding, dude. That's what got me more nervous than anything is teams are just running down their throats.
Yeah. All they got to do is run away from Hayward. That's all they got to do.
I agree. I mean, yeah, dude. I don't know, man.
They're getting blocks to the second level. So I mean,
why don't they just
take out those?
Why just put Spillane at the nose and let him just bang his head against everything? He's just putting his head, put it against the wall. Just be like, hey, just put your face there. Just let people punch you in the face.
I wonder if they would. I wonder if they would deal for a D tackle somewhere.
TJ, just go pick up a stinking guy that's 400 pounds off the street. Just say, just lay there. That's all you got to do.
They did put a waiver claim in on that guy, and they didn't get it. What was his name?
TJ, I don't know, but would you? They picked up some guy. Oh, it was Carlos Davis, who's been hurt all year. It was his brother. Maybe they're thinking if you put them both together, you get one good player. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. That's a good call.
Is this official rebuilding year?
You don't want to say it. You know what? But that might
TJ,
be.
I'm telling you, it's not. Because what's going to happen, they're going to get the 3-3 in the bye, and you're going to be like, this team, and everybody's in the national was like, Ben he's arose like Jesus. He's walking on water.
I hope you're right, Tim.
And then we're going to go play Cleveland the previous week and get our teeth kicked in. I'm going to be like, this is great.
Did you hear about what's going on with Baker Mayfield?
At least he has an excuse.
He's got something torn, right? He's got something torn.
He got a torn labrum in his left arm.
So what does that mean? You're a former quarterback. How does that affect you?
I had one in my right.
And you can't throw a ball at all.
I could throw better before I got the surgery to get it fixed.
Well, Tim, perhaps your doctors may not have been as good as some of these professional athletes' doctors.
My doctor was supposed to, I don't know, supposedly he was like the U.S. soccer doctor at one point, but who the hell knows? I thought he was drunk when he came into my...
For your arm? Are you allowed to use your arms in soccer?
Well,
Tim, that was a critical error right there. That was a lack of judgment. I do all great stuff with the arms of the soccer players.
But to me, it's like on your left arm. So to me, it's not...
Do you need your left arm at all, like to guide or anything like that when you're throwing?
TJ, I'm not in the NFL. I'm assuming you probably do.
Well, you were a quarterback in high school, Tim. What did you need? What did you use?
TJ, I think I threw for a total of 100 yards my whole entire 10 games.
Tim.
So I don't. I mean, do I think you need the guide? I mean, no. You're using more your torso. I don't know.
Tim, thank you for sharing your expertise with us, Tim.
According to Ben, the reason why he's missing throws is because of his lower body. So that has more to do with your lower body than your shoulder.
Like his hips and his feet and stuff. That's what it is.
His pec being hurt. So I'm assuming it's his feet.
Okay.
TJ, I played quarterback probably 25 years ago. I barely can remember what I did 3 days ago. Oh, for gosh sake, man! I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it affects him somehow, but I don't think it's. I mean, it's not that. Dude, you're in the NFL. Take a shot and you'll be fine.
That's right.
What do I think of Mika's performance so far? TJ, I said this from week. I don't think he's been good at all.
Yeah, he's struggling.
I think he's trying to do too much.
I agree. I think it's.
You know what? And I don't blame him because 34 sucks too.
Well, didn't TJ Water something say this week? I think he said something about we have our guys. They're trying to they're out of position. They're trying to do too much. They just need to. And I hate to say this. Because it's a Parcells thing. Not Parcells, excuse me. This is a whatchamacallit thing from Belichick. And he's right.
Do your job.
Just do your job.
But here's my question though, dude. It's like, why all of a sudden is he trying to do more? It's not like he was playing with any other players that he hasn't played with for the past 2-3 years. Maybe try and suck that back.
When you have a good pass rush, that makes those guys in the back end, they look really good.
Who the hell is 35? Where did this dude come from too?
Is that Boulay or whatever his name is? Is that
I don't know. All I saw him doing was being cheeky with Aaron Rodgers when they were trying to blow. I'm like, who the hell is this guy? He just walking off the like they just picked him out of Packers Palace before the game. They're like, suit up, you're playing.
Well, hey, Cam Sutton here. Is it me or have we had a crazy amount of guys with hurt groins this year? Can you ever remember so many groins that have been hurt?
Do you see who jumped up on the injury report today with a groin?
Washington?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's a groin fest.
I don't know either.
Again,
I've never seen so many groins that are hurt.
It's the one part of my body. Like, I'll be truthful. I will be 100% truthful. Like, remember, I'd beat my chest saying I think that's the 100%. The best thing for me is my groin. Like, I was running, I think it was Monday or something. I thought I tweaked my groin right then. I go, you got to be kidding me. I didn't, but I thought I did. But I mean, I don't know. I don't get it. Maybe their hips are tight.
Maybe. Who is their strength and stretching coach?
Casey Hampton? I don't know.
Whoever that guy is or that lady, they need help in that department.
I mean, to me, it's if you're pulling groins left and right, it just screams that your hips are tight.
Yeah, something's wrong.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure.
It makes sense in my head, but I don't know if it actually medically.
I don't know. Something's going on. You shouldn't be pulling that many groins.
I'd give up my groin, but
would you give up your groin for a Steeler player, Tim?
Yeah, I would.
Would it depend on the Steeler player?
Oh, yeah, it would. I mean, I'm not slapping my groin on 34 for any. He'd waste my groin.
And he probably would waste it. That's true.
I mean, there's a handful of players. I mean, you're ain't talking. I don't want some bums having my groin.
I'm sure that we have plenty of Yinzers that there'd be plenty of groins to go around, right? Replacement groins. There'd be plenty.
I mean, Gus that used to work at Steelman. I bet he's got a powerful groin.
He probably does have a high quality groin. I'm sure he does.
Maybe the groin, stay away from his lungs, but the groin is probably good.
You're right. That's true. Anything else in the Yinzer mailbag, Tim?
No, dude, not at all.
That was a good one. Well, again, if you've got any questions, you can email us at yinzerbros@gmail.com. And if you're lucky enough, we will read your question on this national podcast.
TJ, my nose looks like it's taking up the whole entire screen.
I didn't want to say that. Yeah, your nose is quite prominent at the moment. I can see the Greek nose right now.
I look like a Mr. Potato Head doll. You stick the nose on, you pull it off. I feel like it's so big.
You kind of do. It's very prominent. So let's talk again about the Steelers-Bronco game. Do you have a score prediction, Tim?
Yeah, I do.
What's your score prediction?
31-10. The Pittsburgh Steelers are going to blow this team out of the water.
Oh my goodness. I love that. 31-10. I love that. 31-10. So I'm not as aggressive as you, but I'm going to say 27-10. 27-10.
I mean, TJ, you might as well say 31-10 too. It's what is that? You said 27-10?
27-10.
It's like a 4-point difference, TJ. I mean, does it matter?
27-10. 27-10, and the defense is gonna have at least one score. 27-10. So who gets your game ball this week?
Offensively or defense? We didn't pick in 1-1.
Yeah, you pick 1-1. Who gets your offensive game ball?
Chase Claypool.
Okay. Who gets your defensive game ball?
Uh, 35.
35. Is that Moulet?
No, he's not getting that game ball. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm going to say, I think Devin Bush, for some god reason, he's going to have a splash, but he needs to.
He does.
Because he is screaming up the list. No, you know what? Schobert. Schobert's my guy this week.
Okay. I'm going to say game ball on the offensive side goes to
Schobert. Schobert. What am I talking about?
I think Ben has a good game. I think Ben throws for 2 TDs. And then I think the defensive game ball, ready for this? Your guy, Mika.
I hope
Mika's going to have a splash play.
I think I picked Mika the past 3 weeks, and he did.
That's why if you don't pick him this week, he'll be fine.
That's probably right.
Yeah, he'll be fine this week. We don't pick him. All right, Tim, anything you want to add to this mighty podcast? I like that. I need to pick me up one of those Thanos gauntlets, and maybe it'll work a little better. That's high quality.
TJ, this thing feels like it's made for a 10-year-old boy. My fingers are tingling.
I'm sure it is, Tim. I'm sure it is.
My guess is probably full of COVID from wherever it came from.
That would be China. I'm sure it came from China.
I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and all I'm gonna have is just gonna be the bone from Hero.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm TJ. I'm here with my brother Tim, and we're the Yinzer Bros. Don't forget, if you like what you hear, pass it along to your friends, your neighbors. Again, subscribe, like it, do whatever you need to do. Again, we are the Yinzer Bros. Stay classy, Pittsburgh.
Still number one, eyes.
That poor guy. Who knows what that guy's doing now? See you, Pittsburgh.